Hello, it is Rose again, and it is a lovely winter day. I think it's supposed to be in the mid-40s today. But anywho, I am outside getting a jump start, hopefully, on my gardening task. One of my first projects is to put together this doghouse that I got for my dogs. Now, my dogs are inside dogs, but I like for them to have shelter outside, mostly from the sun, or just if they feel like using it. So I found a little corner. I found this, it's a big old plastic doghouse, the largest size I could find, because I do have huskies. I got it on Amazon, and it was pretty cheap because it's winter. Nobody's probably putting up doghouses, so I try to get these things off season. Anyway, I have all my pieces here. It looks like it mostly snaps together with some Phillips screws thrown in. And I have these old pallets from deliveries of stuff, and I've been saving them for projects. I thought maybe I might build a doghouse from pallets, but that is beyond my skill set. That's big dreaming. But anyway, I can use the pallets for one, a platform, I'm thinking. One there. And then put another one here. That would be like a little deck, kind of. So, that is my plan. And it's here, just right up against the fence in a corner. And you know, in the summer, these two trees here will be full of leaves, and so that gives a lot of shade to this side of the yard. So I'm gonna put it here. Yeah, that's project number one, and I'll be back to show you the finished product. All right, I'm back. I finished project number one. I think that took me an hour, maybe an hour and a half. One person is a little bit difficult because you got to try to hold all of these pieces kind of together and screw the corners in. So it was a job, but I have it done. And I put a second pallet, like a little deck. This is gonna be neat. I'm gonna decorate it. I'm gonna put some solar lights and some, you know, little knickknacks over here. Now, I don't know if I'm going to leave it in the spot. I have it there right now because my compost heap is right next to it. So this has to be moved, which this is going to be used in my new garden bed. So that will be moved, and then I may move it, I probably will move it over, the doghouse over, so that there's a clear passageway through the fruit trees here, because I don't want them destroying my fruit trees. Although that will be a nice, you know, little feature once that fruit tree has, and that's a nectarine tree, once it has leaves. It'd be like a nice little cove. So yeah, but one project down out of 15, and I am very happy about this little doghouse. Hopefully I can get them to use it. I'm gonna have to put some treats in it. But, you know, it matches my shed. It's like blue and white. And my shed is blue. So yeah, it's a great matchup. Also, while I'm out here, I'll tell you that I got a new fence over the winter, and that was quite a job too, but I'm very happy about it because the other one was so old and falling apart, and so now the fence line is secure and all brand new. And I even got a fence put on this side, which is a shared fence with the neighbor. He has a fence there, but his has open slats, and so a lot of rabbits, bunnies were coming in through his fence into my yard and eating my stuff. So that was a problem. So now I have a flat fence, yeah, all the way around. And I tell you, and it's up higher than the old one was. For some reason, they raised it up a little bit higher. So it gives the feeling of a lot more privacy in my little neighborhood backyard. And also I have some solar lights that I'm going to put all around the whole fence line. They're like downcast lights, but I'm not going to do that till it warms up. But yeah. All right, so on to my next project, and I will show you that in a minute. All right, I'm moving on to project number 2. I have 2 of these raised garden beds. Now, this is Vegega Vajayga. I don't know. Anyway, these are metal raised beds, and the ones that I have are 32 inches tall, and you can put them in different configurations. And my plan is to do this 6.5 by 3.5, and I have 2 of those in this gray metal color there. And so I have cleared out this little area behind the garage because this is where they're going. So I'm gonna put them in this section. Oh gosh, still too close. Let me get back, get a better view. Okay, now I am going to put those 2 raised beds in this area here behind the garage. I've cleared it out. This used to be my storage area for all my mulch and all that stuff. So I have 2 of them, and then I have a trellis that will attach the 2, and I'll put a picture up that shows kind of the look I'm going for, or how it's supposed to look when it's completed. So I'll put that up here. So anywho, today I hope, see, it's about 4, a little after 4, and it still gets dark pretty early, so it'll probably be dark by 5:30 or 5 o'clock. So I'm gonna get as much done as I can. My goal was to get at least the 2 beds put together, but maybe I could at least get 1 put together, then decide where I'm gonna put them, then attach the trellis and fill them, or maybe fill it. Yeah, I should probably attach the trellis first to make sure they're the right distance apart, and then fill them. I have all these cardboard boxes that I've been saving because I'm going to layer the bottom half with cardboard and brush and every stick or whatever I can find, because to fill those up all the way with dirt, they're 32 inches tall, would be a lot of dirt. So my goal is to do like a hugel culture or something it's called, bed, where you fill the bottom layers with things that will decompose over time, and then you just have the top like 8 inches, 6 to 8 inches of actual soil. So that's my plan. So those are gonna go here right outside the garage, and yeah, I'll probably be growing flowers in those. I mostly grow flowers now. I mean, I have my perennials, which are fruit, mostly fruit trees and fruit bushes. I grow a few vegetables, but it's just me, so I can only eat so much. But most of what I grow is cut flowers. So that's probably what's going to go in these beds. All right, let me get to work. All right, I am stopping for the day. The sun is going down, and it is 6 o'clock. So in the 2 hours that I worked, I think I got one mostly put together. I still have to flip it over and put some screws in the bottom because my arms can't reach all the way to the bottom to get like the bottom screw or the bottom 2. But yeah, this thing is nice and tall. So there's also some crossbars that go in there, which I'll do later towards the end, to just kind of keep it squared. And I think yeah, I also need to dig out a little bit around where I'm going to sit it to make sure it's kind of flush with the ground, because the ground is uneven here. And then the other one, make sure that's the right, they have to be a certain distance apart because there is a trellis that will join the 2. So I decided to put them this way. And so there's going to be a trellis here, and there's going to be just a little aisle where you can go in between the 2. Yeah, so I will continue to work on this over the coming weeks, as long as there's dry days. I mean, it's no big rush. It's February. I am just shocked that I'm able to be out here working, because usually we would be under a foot of snow. So this is fantastic. Like I said, it's giving me a jump start on the season. So I shall continue with my project. These aren't that difficult to put together. It's just tedious. There are so many screws and washers and nuts to put together. And especially if you're doing it by yourself, because you got to try to hold the two pieces together and add the screws and all of that. So 2 people would go a lot faster. But anywho, like I said, I have plenty of time. I'm not in any real rush, so I'll continue this over the coming week. And that is all I'm doing for today. Bye-bye.